everyone, Squatch'ya doing? Angie here. Hey, it's been about actually 2 weeks since I've been at our spot. I got sick, couldn't come out. So let's go see if they've done anything to those 8 stars that we hung up on the trees for Christmas. And I did bring something else a little bit festive to also put up there. So let's go to the top of the hill and see what's there. Okay, so we're at the top of the hill. I already did a little bit of counting. Let's take a look. And I almost forgot. Remember, there were 8 stars. So let's see how many we have now. Alrighty, so here we are. And let's count how many we have. Now, just by looking, you can see some dangle and some you can't. So let's count and see how many we have. We should have 8. Let's step in. So we have 1, 2, let's go on the high road, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 is clearly on the ground, and that's all I see. I only see 7. That means 1's missing, you all. I think they took one. I think somebody's decorating their area with our snowflakes. Alrighty, after further investigation, I found it on the ground. It kind of blended in. I didn't see it at first. So we have 2 on the ground. This one and the one that's right there. So 2 on the ground and 6 of them are still hanging. Kind of interesting that they took 2 off and left the rest hanging. I don't know what that means, but that's what they did. Alrighty, so I reset the setup. Let's take a look. All right, so the setup is basically the same as last time. I just rehung those 2 snowflakes that were on the ground. I put them back on this tree debris. So we're back to having 8 snowflakes. I won't end up showing you all of them, but they are all on the tree again. But this time, way over here, if you can see, I put our red bell. Yes, indeedy. That will be so interesting to see if it's still here when I come back. It's roughly, I don't know, 6 feet or so off the ground. So I do not believe that most things will be able to take advantage of that. You know, maybe really only taller things. I really don't think a squirrel or a raccoon is going to go up that tree debris just to get to a bell. Same, you know, like I said, a raccoon, squirrel. I don't even think a bear would even care about that. I mean, maybe as a toy, but so it'll be interesting. It will be extremely interesting if this is messed with. This is the first time I've ever put something up so high for them. Now, it's not high for them, but it's high for other animals in my neck of the woods, so to speak. So, like I said, back to the 8 stars and the red bell. So we're going to try that again and see if anything happens. Remember, only the 2 were on the ground last time. Let's see what happens this time. Alrighty, so this video will be a little short because they really didn't do much. Okay, so they knocked off 2 snowflakes. Okay. Like I said, sometimes there's a lot of activity and sometimes there's not very much. Now, you know, the weather has gotten very cold and maybe they haven't been out as much. The other night it was like 12 degrees, like 2 nights ago. Or maybe it was even last night. I don't know. I've been staying inside because it's so cold. And so maybe they're doing the same thing. So maybe they're not out being as active with the toys. Maybe it's just not worth it for them. But then again, if I was full of hair and the weight that they normally are, I don't know if that cold weather would affect them like it affects us. So who knows? Like I said, these are experiments. These are learning experiments. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, if they interact with things more in the summertime if they interact with things more in the fall, if they react more when things are cold in the winter. So like I said, this is all educational. It's just experiments to learn about them. Come back next time and see what they did. I'm super stoked to see what they do with that red bell. Last time we had the red bell out here, it was in that Tupperware container and they couldn't get it out, or they didn't try. So let's see what they do with it hanging by itself from a tree. Alrighty, see you later everyone. Bye.